Hi. So there's a lunar eclipse that is happening this Saturday, September 6th, I believe, 2025. And the energies of an eclipse, will start like a week or so before and I'll linger a week or so after. So September is a pretty heavy um, month because there's a lunar eclipse and then about 2 weeks later there's a solar eclipse and then there's the equinox. So energetically there's a lot. So this particular lunar eclipse, and I'm not the expert on all of that astrological stuff. I get that from other people. Uh, Tanya Gabrielle is a good one who knows all of those things. Natija, Natija, she's on YouTube. She knows a lot of those things. Lee Harris, all of those folks are much more knowledgeable and astute on all the astrological things. But one thing I did learn from listening and watching and reading about them is that, about this particular lunar eclipse is it is intense because something about it's in Pisces and it's going to things that have been in the shadow, like things that have been out of your awareness are coming up to be released. And so this has been a particularly unpleasant, painful time for me. But I thought I would share with you a little bit about some of my processing in the hopes that maybe it will help you go deeper with your own processing as you do your own healing work. And remember, the reason why it's so important for us to do our own individual healing work is that it does impact the collective consciousness, right? Like if we heal ourselves, we are actually helping to heal the world. And yeah, full stop. Okay, so here's just one small example, but I'm processing it in real time, so I thought I would do it with y'all. So I left my job in end of January, and for me, my job was it was a place of a lot of validation for me, for my ego. I got lots of compliments about the work that I did. And I was proud of the work that I had done. And at the same time, now that I have been without a job, there is a part of my ego that is dying, that is like, it was attached to that desire to have the accolades, the external validation, all of that stuff. And now it is, in this lunar eclipse, in the shadows, it's coming up to be released. So I recently connected with a former colleague and just checking in and, seeing how things are. And I wanted to know like how the person that took over for my role is doing. And all they wrote was a simple, yeah, doing great. And I was genuinely happy, yes. And I'm noticing within me a little insecurity come up. Oh, did that mean that I wasn't so great? Is it great? Are they great? Are they better than me? Which is interesting because when I left, that's what I was intending, is that they would find somebody better than me. So all of a sudden, the fact that I'm like, what? you know, it's just interesting, but it's very human, right? Like the reason why I am making a fool of myself and showing you my vulnerability is because maybe this will give your subconscious permission to do the same. Anyway, so here I am acknowledging that I am missing that external validation. My ego is very much craving it. And yet at the same time, I am so clear, my higher self is so clear that I cannot rely on external validation anymore. Not for my mission, not for what I'm trying to do. I mean, for God's sakes, here I am putting myself out there as a person that wants to help heal the collective, heal humanity. Like, that's a big, hairy, audacious goal, right? Many would say unrealistic. I don't believe it's unrealistic. I believe that an individual, one person, can absolutely make a difference, not only in their own life, but they can create this ripple effect of inspiration that can impact the masses. And even if all they do is work on their own life, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that you cannot divorce yourself from the collective consciousness means that when that one person does the work to heal themselves at a deep level, does the work to heal generational trauma, systemic oppression, the beliefs that we have within ourselves about not being good enough, being an imposter, etc. The fact that we have all of that is it impacts the collective. It impacts the world. So yes, one person can make a difference. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you publicly is because maybe this will inspire you to go a little deeper. So I acknowledge now, right? I allow space in this acknowledgement for those feelings to come up of insecurity, of self-doubt, of jealousy, of I don't know. I'm just giving it space. And in giving it space, I can actually feel it right now as I'm talking to you, just sort of dissipate. It's like, hey, I just needed to be acknowledged. I just needed to be acknowledged so I can be released. So, you know, as you know, I mean, this is nothing new, but healing really does happen in layers. And when there's certain, especially, you know, just like we can't divorce ourselves from the collective consciousness, we also can't divorce ourselves from what is happening energetically, you know, in the cosmos. You know, when these planetary alignments happen, there's a reason why, like, one of my exes is a nurse, and I remember she would tell me, she worked in the ER, she was like, oh yeah, all the nurses know that when there's a full moon, like, things are gonna happen. It's something crazy is gonna happen in the, you know, in the workplace. And so this is, you know, this is a profession that is not like necessarily woo woo or, you know, but even in that environment, they can tell that there is some kind of connection between what is happening cosmically and the impact it has on the individual. And so when there are certain portals like this, energetic opportunities for clearing, the best thing you can do is to surrender to it, you know, to really give yourself the permission as much as you can to feel the feelings, to allow them to come up, not not to be like thrown around by them like you're, like they're whipping you around, but really to just be in the eye of that storm and observing that storm, right? Like really be in that space where you're like, okay, this is what's happening. I'm giving it space. And simply by giving it that attention, I'm giving it the grace to move on, to allow this cosmic energetic portal of releasing what is in the shadows a space to do its job. So I invite you, if you can on Saturday or whenever you find this, because honestly, even though things can be intensified during certain alignments in the astrology or in the cosmos, you don't have to be wedded to that. Whenever you want to do any clearing work, it's going to make a difference, and as you do, it does help the collective. So yeah, I love you, for the good of all, right? Harm to none. I'll talk to you later.